Namaste and welcome to Sujith Talks. My name is Sujith Billa, registered migration agent here in Melbourne. This video is about the health waiver. So we're talking about PIC 4007, Public Interest Criteria 4007, which is part and parcel of some Australian visa applications. Not all the visa applications have PIC 4007. Some of them do not have a health requirement at all, and some of them have PIC 4005. If they have 4005, there is no way that you can get a health waiver. By the way, what is a health waiver? So PIC 4007 has got a health waiver. What do I mean by that? So the department will assess your medical condition or a disease if you have one, and then see what are the estimated costs around it. And if they think that it is a significant cost, which is $49,000, that's the significant cost according to them, they'll look at a period of maximum 10 years and see if that condition or the disease will incur a cost of $49,000 or more, which is classified as significant cost. Then they could say, look, we cannot grant this visa application because of those significant costs to the Australian community. Now, if the visa application is having PIC 4007, the case officer could give a National Justice Letter, Section 57. The waiver you can do after you get a National Justice Letter, Section 57 usually, and because of the complication, I would strongly recommend you to use a registered migration agent to do the submission and ask for a waiver. So in the waiver, you could be arguing with the case officer, and firstly, you should accept that there is a significant cost associated with the condition of the disease, and then the argument could be, even though it is a significant cost, but it is not an undue cost. So significant cost, like I've already mentioned, there is a definition, there is a prescribed amount. But what is an undue cost is not known according to policy and legislation because it is not clearly defined. So undue cost is usually very unwarranted and too great and excessive. Those are some of the meanings of undue costs. So you could argue that even though it's a significant cost, it is not an undue cost, and you could probably use a compassionate or a compelling reason to prove that case. And you could always talk about mitigating the costs as well in the submission. So how do you mitigate costs? You could provide examples how the total cost could be mitigated. Talking about compelling, compassionate reasons, for example, you got an 820 visa, which is a partner visa, provisional, and you could argue, well, I'm just saying whether you could argue that this is a compassionate reason or compelling reason because you're a partner to an Australian citizen or permanent resident. Well, it is not the case, because just having an 820 visa doesn't qualify you to have a compassionate or compelling reason. Likewise, if you're living in a regional area on a 491 visa, you cannot say that it is a compassionate or compelling reason. So you need more than that. You need probably a significant ties to Australia that are benefit to Australian community. Could be talking about personal ties, business ties, cultural ties, or an employment tie. So these are sort of the things that you could put it in the submission and then try for a waiver. Waiver is not a guarantee, so it's very hard to get a health waiver, obviously. And if at all somebody has got a TB or a condition which is considered as a danger to Australian health, obviously the waiver will not be successful. In future videos, we'll be talking about some of the conditions, some of the diseases that are usually coming back and forth in tribunal cases or court cases or in visa refusal letters. And you could be looking at whether or not you have any condition that you have to be skeptical about before going for a medical test. In fact, before going to lodge a visa application, even the waivers, they have to look at several criteria of the visa application before they approve this health waiver, because they want to make sure that you have satisfied all the other criteria other than this. So that brings an end to this video. For more videos, stay tuned to Sujith Talks on YouTube. Click on the bell icon if you haven't done before, and if you're a new visitor or a viewer, subscribe to Sujith Talks. If you're after immigration advice, if you think that you have a condition and you're worried whether to go for the visa application or not, or if you got a natural justice letter, Section 57, asking for you to do a waiver application, or potentially they are considering to refuse a visa application based on health grounds, you could go to my website, sujithtalks.com, schedule a phone or a video consultation, and we can take it from there. I could study your case and then comment what are the options you have.